If you're watching this, it's likely not by chance. Something in your heart has guided you here, and for a good reason. There's a weight on your soul, isn't there? A deep, aching confusion that echoes in the quiet moments. It's the feeling of betrayal, of a sacred trust being shattered. You loved them. You saw your future with them. You truly believed they were your soulmate, and then they crossed a line, a forbidden line, and it left you feeling broken, questioning everything you thought you knew about love, destiny, and your own judgment. Some spiritual beliefs suggest that the angels bring us messages exactly when we need them. And perhaps this is one of those moments. They might want you to consider a truth that could turn your understanding of this heartbreak completely upside down. What if what you're seeing as a catastrophic ending was actually, from a higher spiritual perspective, a divinely orchestrated trigger, an event the universe allowed not to break you, but to break you open? Stay with me, because we're going to explore the idea that what's awakening within you is a force so powerful it could shake the foundations of your world and change everything you thought was possible for your life. Section 1, the acknowledgement of pain and betrayal. First, let's honor the pain you're in. Don't dismiss it. Don't rush past it. From a spiritual viewpoint, the angelic realms see the tears you've cried in secret. They've witnessed the nights you've spent staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. The sense of betrayal from someone you saw as a soulmate is one of the deepest wounds the heart can bear. It can feel like a violation of not just your trust, but of a spiritual contract. You might feel foolish for believing so deeply, or angry at yourself for not seeing the signs. This person was supposed to be your safe harbor, your mirror, the one who saw your soul. And yet, their actions created a storm that left you feeling shipwrecked. This line they crossed, whether it was through infidelity, a deep deception, abandonment, or a cruel betrayal of your deepest vulnerabilities, it felt final, unforgivable. It created a chasm between you that feels impossible to bridge. Now you're standing on one side in the ruins of what you built, while there on the other, a stranger you thought you knew. The confusion is perhaps the heaviest part. You find yourself asking, how could my soulmate do this to me? If this connection felt so divine, how could it end in such a profane way? These are valid human questions, and they are the very keys that may unlock the door to the message the angels could be sending you today. Your pain is real, it's deep, and it could be the sacred ground upon which your greatest transformation will now be built. There's an old saying, the wound is where the light enters. Before we go on, just take a deep breath. Give yourself permission to feel it all without judgment. The sorrow, the anger, the confusion, it's all part of this process. If you're ready to explore the possible higher purpose behind this pain and receive the clarity being offered, type, "I am open" to the truth in the comments below. By doing this, you're signaling to the universe that you're ready to move beyond the story of heartbreak and into the reality of your awakening. Section 2, the angelic message, reframing the forbidden line. Now, listen closely, because this is the heart of the message that some believe your guardian angels are whispering to you. What if the event you've labeled a betrayal, that moment they crossed a forbidden line, wasn't what it seemed from our earthly view? From a higher spiritual perspective, some teachings suggest this wasn't a punishment, but a purification. Not an abandonment, but an alignment. It wasn't the end of your love story, but perhaps the end of the illusions that were keeping you from your true divine path. Certain spiritual belief systems propose that some of our most significant soulmates aren't meant to stay forever. Instead, they act as powerful catalysts for our evolution. These are sometimes called catalyst soulmates or karmic partners. Their purpose is often to trigger profound growth through intense and challenging experiences. Some spiritual philosophies even suggest that on a soul level, before you ever came into this life, you and this person might have agreed to this exact scenario in a soul contract. The agreement being, at a certain point, I will push you to your breaking point. I will cross a line that forces you to choose yourself over me. I will reflect your deepest fears back to you so powerfully that you have no choice but to finally heal them. From this viewpoint, the person who hurt you was, in a way, fulfilling a soul promise. Now, this in no way excuses the human pain or makes their actions right, especially in cases of abuse or severe harm, which should never be spiritualized. But it does reframe the potential spiritual purpose. They may have been the divinely appointed agent of your breakthrough. Maybe the universe saw that you had become comfortable in a connection that, while beautiful, was limiting your growth. Perhaps you'd handed over your power or put your own soul's purpose on hold. You had built a life within certain walls, and the universe knew your destiny was far grander, but you wouldn't have left on your own. The connection was too deep, and so an intervention was permitted. The crossing of that forbidden line was like a divine earthquake, designed to demolish a life that had become too small for your soul. It was a sacred demolition. The heartbreak was the sound of your own limitations shattering. The betrayal was the force needed to push you out of the nest. Not because you weren't loved, but because it was time for you to learn to fly. By crossing that line, this person may have given you the painful but priceless gift of your own freedom. It was a severe mercy, an act of love from a higher plane to set you on the path to your true self. Chat. Section 3. The unveiling of the trigger, a divine awakening. So, what exactly might this event have triggered within you? Spiritual teachers suggest this can be a multi-layered activation, designed to awaken dormant parts of your spirit. It's meant to shake you to your core, because only by shaking the foundation can you see what it was truly made of. First, this event could be a trigger for radical self-reclamation. For a long time, your sense of self might have been tangled up with this person. When they crossed that line, that cord of dependency was severed. The shock and pain feel like a loss of self, but it's really an invitation to find yourself again. Who are you without them? What brings you joy? The pain forces you to turn your focus inward, to become your own source of love and security. You're being called back home, to yourself. This is often the first, most crucial stage of awakening. Second, this experience may trigger the sharper purification of deep patterns. Many spiritual traditions believe we carry energetic imprints, sometimes called karmic or ancestral patterns, cycles of abandonment, betrayal, or feeling unworthy of lasting love. This soulmate connection may have acted as a magnet, drawing these deep wounds to the surface to finally be healed. The intense pain you feel might not just be about this one person. It could be the accumulated pain of every time this wound has been touched in your soul's history. By facing this pain now, you're not just healing for yourself. In this view, you are becoming a chain breaker, clearing this energy for yourself and future generations. Your heartbreak could be a sacred service to your entire soul family. Third, many believe this can trigger the Shaush activation of your true spiritual power. When we're comfortable, our spiritual muscles can get weak. This event has thrown you into the wilderness, where you must rely on your own connection to the divine. It forces you to listen to your intuition, to look for signs, and to build a faith that is unshakable because it's your own. The anger you feel can be your life force returning. The sorrow can be a cleansing of your heart. Every emotion is fuel for your spiritual fire. You are discovering a resilience you never knew you had, and a direct line to your spirit guides that no one can ever take away. Some believe this pain is the pressure that turns coal into a diamond. You are not breaking. You are being forged. This journey of transformation can be profound. If you feel the truth in these words and are ready to claim this awakening, like this video to anchor this powerful energy into your life, and subscribe so you don't miss the messages that will guide you through the next steps of your journey. Section 4. The result of the awakening. Your new reality as the dust from this divine demolition begins to settle. You'll start to see what's being built in its place. The life that can emerge from these ashes will likely be more authentic, powerful, and aligned with your soul's true purpose than anything you could have experienced before. The first and most beautiful outcome is often the blossoming of your unconditional self-love. The love you sought from another, you begin to find bubbling up from within your own heart. You learn to treat yourself with the tenderness you once expected from them. This self-love isn't selfish. It's a holy recognition of the divine spark within you. As you learn to love and approve of yourself, you become magnetically radiant, operating not from a place of neediness, but from a place of wholeness. Next, you may experience a profound clarity of purpose. With the old relationship's distraction gone, your soul's mission can come into focus. The energy you once poured into that connection is now free for you to channel into your own gifts. You might feel a sudden urge to start a new project, change your career, or dedicate yourself to a cause that sets your soul on fire. This may not be a coincidence. It could be your soul, finally free, telling you what it came here to do. This new empowered state can lead to attracting truly aligned connections. When you operate from a place of self-love and purpose, you vibrate at a higher frequency. This new frequency will naturally repel connections based on need, illusion, or painful lessons. Instead, you begin to draw in people who resonate with the real you. Soul friends, mentors, and yes, a romantic partner who is not a catalyst for pain, but a partner for co-creation. This future partner will be drawn to your wholeness, not your wounds. It will be a connection based on mutual respect and a love that expands you. Some would say the universe had to clear away the good to make room for the divine. You might begin to notice signs that many interpret as angelic confirmation. In numerology, repeating numbers like 111 can symbolize new beginnings, while 222 is often seen as confirming you are on the path to a true soulmate connection. You might find feathers in unusual places or experience synchronicities that feel divinely orchestrated. Many see these as winks from the universe, letting you know that you are seen, supported, and guided. To Section 5, the sacred act of letting go. The final and most powerful stage of this process is learning to let go. This is perhaps the hardest part, because the heart wants to cling to what's familiar, even when it's painful. But spiritual wisdom suggests that letting go is not an act of defeat. It is an act of ultimate faith. Letting go of this person doesn't mean you condone what they did or forget the pain. It means you release them from the role of villain in your story and release yourself from the role of victim. You consciously cut the energetic cords that bind you to the past, not with anger, but with gratitude for the lesson, however harsh. Try visualizing yourself handing this person and the situation over to a higher power. See them surrounded by light. Wish them well on their own soul's journey. This act of release isn't for them. It's for you. It's the final step in reclaiming all of your energy. As long as you hold on to resentment, you remain tethered to the very pain you wish to escape. Forgiveness, in this context, is the key that unlocks your own cage. True letting go means you stop waiting for them to return or hoping they'll realize their mistake. While some soul connections do reunite, that can't be your focus. Your focus has to be on your own healing and ascension. By fully embracing your new life and purpose, you align with divine timing. Whether they return or not becomes irrelevant, because your happiness is no longer tied to them. You have become whole on your own, and in that wholeness, you can trust that what is meant for you will come to you with ease. The path you are on may not be one of heartbreak, but of initiation. The crossing of that forbidden line could be seen as a sacred, though painful event, designed to catalyze your spiritual awakening and set you free. What felt like a curse was, perhaps, a blessing in disguise. The confusion is clearing, and a new truth can settle in your heart. You were not rejected, you were redirected. You were not broken, you were being reborn. Take this message as a possible confirmation from your spiritual guides. They are with you. They have been with you through every tear, holding a vision of the magnificent, empowered being you are becoming. Trust this process. Trust the timing of your life. The pain is subsiding and your power is rising. Let this final blessing seal this message in your heart. May you have the courage to see your pain as your power. May you have the wisdom to release what is gone and the faith to embrace what is coming. May you fall so deeply in love with the person you are becoming that you attract a love that honors your divinity. And may you walk forward from this day not as someone who was betrayed, but as someone who was awakened. If you receive this blessing, type, "I am awakened and I am free," in the comments as a final declaration of your new beginning. You are loved, you are guided, and the best is yet to come.